When the whole family was getting ready to bring home a Christmas tree, heavy rain suddenly started. The kids were stubborn and insisted that they had to go, but the father wasn't ready because it was pouring outside. Then Julia said, "Oh, just go, you made a promise." So Wick had to go. He told everyone, "All right, get ready, we'll all go together." Everyone got ready, but what is this? Why won't the door open? Wick tried, and then one by one everyone tried, but it felt as if someone outside was holding it shut with great force. After trying for a long time, Wick tried to kick it open, but that had no effect either. Then he remembered that they could go through the garage door. Maybe it was jammed because of the rain. But friends, that was the state of the entire house. No window, no door, nothing would open. Wick made a desperate attempt to break the glass window, but the shocking thing was that while it got a crack, it wouldn't break. Such a shocking thing indeed. For a while, nobody could understand what was actually happening. Then they saw that the same thing was happening to their neighbors. Those people were also trapped in their own homes. Everyone had tried their best, but nobody could get outside. Such a strange thing. Suddenly, he saw Emma, their neighbor, returning home from jogging. Everyone started calling out to her, but since everyone was locked inside, nobody's voice could reach outside. Thankfully, Emma noticed one of the houses, and when she saw them crying, she immediately ran away to call the police. Seeing this, Wick and his family also breathed a slight sigh of relief that everything would be fine now. People in the neighborhood started talking to each other by writing notes. Among them were some people who thought that aliens were doing all this, and some even said that this was Russia's doing. Gradually, evening approached, but there was no sign of Emma, nor did the police arrive, and now even the Wi-Fi was gone, and there was no signal on anyone's phone. To put it simply, these people were now cut off from the entire world and trapped in this house. Wick's older son, Ruth, claimed that aliens were really doing this, but Wick felt that all of this was happening because of the rain. I don't know why he felt that way, but he sensed that this rain wasn't happening naturally, but rather someone was making it happen. However, somewhere he also felt that everything would be fine by tomorrow, so he put his kids to sleep. But his wife was scared. Anna asked him tearfully, "What happened all of this so suddenly?" Wick was also slightly worried, but he comforted her, saying, "Everything will be fine tomorrow. Go to sleep." He kept standing by that large window all night looking outside, just when he felt someone walk past there. Anyway, when morning came, both ran toward the door, but everything was just as it had been. Now Wick started drilling holes in the gate with a drilling machine, but every time he made a hole, the rainwater would seal it right back up, meaning a layer had formed all around this entire house. He also tried breaking the walls, but failure was his companion every time. The second day also passed in this struggle. When the third day arrived, both had hope that something would happen today, but nothing changed. However, Wick did not panic in front of his two kids. Instead, he told them, "It's no big deal. This has happened many years ago too, when both of you were very small. In a little time, everything will be fine." After that, he explained to them that they had to live just like they normally do and fight this trouble together like a team. Alright, everyone happily promised to become a team and then got busy with their daily chores. One day, Wick found out that his neighbor Richardson's food had run out. He felt very sad hearing this, but he couldn't do anything. If he could go outside, they would have been the first ones he gave food to, but that was impossible. Later, the whole family sat down and watched the exact same movie for the 23rd time. Before long, tomatoes sprouted from the tomato seeds Julia had planted, which made her very happy, but also sad because a month, meaning 30 days, had passed for these people. Yet their morale was still not broken, and the rain just kept on pouring. The rain hadn't stopped for a month and a half, but anyway, when 2 months had passed, one day Anna saw that Mrs. Richardson suddenly collapsed. Everyone ran to the window, but she didn't get up again. Wick explained that she died because of hunger, since they didn't have anything left to eat, but the exact same condition had now reached them too. They only had a few minor things left to eat. Even their dog's medicine was running out, which slowly started breaking Wick down. He couldn't figure out how to get his family out of this trouble. As time passed, we saw major changes in the outside world, like wild animals starting to appear on the roads and in the gardens. Sometimes they spotted a wolf, sometimes a deer. One day, when Anna was just wandering around the house, she heard a knocking sound on the large window. When she pulled back the curtain, there was a girl with a strange face who was holding a knife and repeatedly asking to open the window. Anna ran to her parents. When they came out and saw, they realized it was Emma, but how had her condition become like this? When Julia went close to her, Emma warned her not to come outside and not to come into her sight, or else he would destroy everyone. Just then, something pulled her backwards. backward. After a little while, the entire colony saw a strange creature out there that had bizarre tentacles and was very large in size. But before they could see anything more, a bright light flashed and everything vanished from there. Wick quickly pulled the curtains shut. The story takes a new turn from here, a turn of death, where nobody knows what will happen the next moment. At night, when they went to sleep, Anna told her father, "I think this is a sea monster. The earth belongs to them anyway, because 3/4 of the earth is water." Ruth claimed that they probably came from Route 66, breaking through the government barricading where those monsters had been kept captive. Wick told them both to sleep and not to think about all these things. The next day when they woke up, the chimney cap suddenly broke and fell down. The sky looked clear now, so Wick got the idea. Why don't they escape the house through this route? But after a little while, he realized that wasn't possible because those creatures were also huge in size. Then Anna said, "But I am small, right? I can go." Everyone thought her idea was right, so they started sending her up with the help of a rope. She slowly went up, but only her hand could come outside. There was no space made for the rest of her body, so she came back down. Right at that moment, they heard their dog crying. Everyone ran to him and found out that he had become very sick because his medicine had run out. Anna's heart broke because he had been with her since she was just 1 month old. Wick couldn't bear to watch her pain, so that very night he told Julia, "We should give him a painless death. If he stays in this pain, he will suffer even more." Julia understood his pain too, so she said yes. Then they took both kids into the hall and turned the TV volume all the way up so that the kids wouldn't hear the gunshot. With trembling hands, Wick finally shot their suffering dog, whose eyes were filled with tears. When this whole ordeal ended, Julia said that they would burn him in the chimney tonight. But Wick said something here that shattered Julia's heart. Instead of burning him, he talked about cutting him into pieces and keeping them in the fridge. It had been 4 months, and now they didn't have any special food left, so they had to take this decision. Julia walked away without saying a word. Later, Wick cut him into pieces with a knife and put them in the fridge, but he threw some meat portions wrapped in polythene outside through the chimney route to see if anything came to eat it or not. At that time, a wolf came. It first sniffed the meat, but suddenly it started raining, which scared it away. Right at that moment, something very mysterious happened. The window where Wick had put his hand, the falling rainwater on it, took the shape of his hand. Within just a few seconds, water was falling straight down from above, which doesn't normally happen, right? That night was quite terrifying for him, because very wrong thoughts were coming to his mind that night, since he had done something he had never even imagined in his dreams. Anyway, the next day there was a little sunshine, so Anna placed her plants near the windowsill to get some sunlight. Suddenly, Wick climbed down from above and shouted to everyone, "Put up all the curtains quickly, get away from the window." Perhaps he had a hunch that something was about to happen. The weather changed instantly and became terrifying. The rain stopped for just a few seconds. He immediately pulled all the curtains and told everyone to come together. At that very moment, a massive shadow slowly approached their house. It had huge feet and an ugly face. Just then, Anna saw that her plant was still right there, so she quickly went to grab it, but by then, that shadow arrived there. Wick told her to stop right there and stay completely silent. It was a monster. Nobody knew where it came from or why it was here. The whole family sat there silently like statues. When it didn't see anyone there, it circled the house and left. If it had seen anyone, nobody would have survived today. Anna was completely traumatized by that terrifying growl. She kept saying, "I don't want to live here. Let's go from here." Now that their food had also run out, Julia started scolding Anna angrily. "Don't you have even a little bit of sense about what we are going through?" Saying this, she showed her the entire kitchen where there was no food at all. Seeing that, Anna angrily went off to her room. Poor Julia collapsed and fell right there. Wick gave her support and comforted her, saying, "Everything will be fine. You have to keep your courage." But Julia knew that if she didn't properly feed her kids, they would die one day. During this time, Ruth, who kept a fish aquarium in his room that was very close to his heart, took a fish out of it, cooked it, and brought it to his parents. Seeing this, both of their hearts broke. What all did they have to witness? First their dog, now this fish. Whose sacrifice did they have to make next? The whole family was crying, but that very night, Wick resolved that he had to do something himself. He couldn't let his family die like this. So the next day, he used his brain and started building a trap because he had seen that someone had eaten the piece of meat he threw outside, meaning more animals would certainly come searching for meat. So day by day, he started improving his traps. At first, nothing got caught in some traps, but then one day, a squirrel got trapped in one, which he immediately pulled inside through the chimney route. Everyone was very happy because now they had food to eat. Slowly, Wick began building even more advanced and better traps, with which he caught some larger animals. For instance, one day he trapped a wolf pup, another day a bear cub, and one day he even caught a bird. Ruth was amazed at his dad's trick, and not just him. Inside the house, Julia turned out to be 2 steps ahead. She talked about growing vegetables and fruit inside the house too. She had previously studied botany, so she knew very well how to do what. Therefore, these people chose the spot where sunlight was the strongest, removed the floor tiles there, and planted the tomato and other vegetable seeds she had collected from the beginning. Wick knew that one day these lights would go out too, and indeed, something like that happened, but he was already prepared for it. He had also improved his traps, so now they had no shortage of food. Now you won't believe what I'm going to say. 5 years pass. Yes, a full 5 years, meaning 1,862 days. In these past 5 years, Wick prepared every single thing so that they wouldn't have any trouble living and passing their lives. But with the passing time, some troubles also came before them. For example, the plants they had grown had become quite large, but the ground where they were sprouting had started sinking, which could cause the house to collapse at any moment. When Wick found out about this, he wasn't scared. In fact, he was happy. It was possible that if this house collapsed, they might find a way to get outside. Ruth had also grown up, and with time, many changes had come inside him. He had become quite aggressive. One day, an argument broke out between him and his father. He went as far as telling them that they were just wasting their time doing all these useless chores instead of finding a way out of this hell. Wick felt very bad because he had spent more than half his life providing every comfort to his family that no one else could. That was why their entire colony was empty. No one survived except them, yet his kids didn't appreciate him. Outside too, everything had now turned into a jungle, and wild animals roamed around as if it were their home. They hadn't faced any such terror yet, but one day, death knocked on their door. Heavy rain started, and that monster arrived at their door. This time, it unlocked the door using its powers. Wherever everyone found a space, they hid there. It came inside, ruined all the plants, and left a strange liquid there. Just then, it heard the voices of its other companions, so it left everything and ran away. While the door was open, Ruth thought he might escape outside, but his dad stopped him. "What are you doing? Have you gone mad? There is death outside." Ruth yelled right back at his dad. "We had a chance to go outside," but Wick explained to him, "I know we had a chance, but going outside would turn that chance into death. Did your brain move to your knees as you grew up?" Everyone went silent and sat down right there. One day, an animal that Wick had trapped bit Anna. After the bite, she fell sick. Now, only medicine could save her. Wick didn't want to lose any more members of his family, so he went into the garage, started his car, and tried to break the garage gate by giving it heavy acceleration. But the car broke while the gate didn't budge. Everyone came over and comforted him. During that time, he remembered the sewer line that was connected to every house in the entire colony, so he broke their toilet right then, which exposed the ground. They could go to Mr. Richardson's house through this route, but there was one problem. The space was very small, so Wick couldn't fit. Julia would have to go. She agreed to go. She somehow managed to reach Mr. Richardson's house through that gutter route, but right at that moment, rain started, and their entire house began filling with water. Actually, Richardson was a doctor, so he had medicines, which she managed to get. But as she was bringing them back, that same monster got on her trail and finally spotted her. And as you know, once these monsters spot someone, they don't leave them alive. Poor Julia was now trapped right there. She had to risk her life to get any reward. Now she slowly moved forward through that gutter road, but because of the rain, it was more than half full and kept rising. On top of that, that monster was right behind her, and its strength increased even more. She was extremely terrified, but right then, that monster arrived there. She shot at it multiple times, but it had no effect on it at all. Instead, it got even angrier. Down here, these people were also panicking about why Julia hadn't returned yet, but when they heard the sound of gunfire, they understood she was in trouble. Wick was ready to go down there, but before that, Julia suddenly popped back up, though she brought a guest along with her behind her. Right at that moment, Wick dropped a wall right on top of that gutter, sealing that entire area off. But Wick knew that it would come back because it had seen her. That was why he said, "When it comes back, both of you kids take her and hide on the upper floor. I will fight it down here." Although both of them knew very well that fighting it was impossible, Wick was ready to sacrifice even himself for his family. Julia asked in sheer astonishment, "Have you given up?" Ruth also came up from behind, having overheard their conversation. He also said to his father, "Dad, if we keep running away forever, nothing will work out. We have to fight them. Only then then can we get out. Julia agreed with his point, and Wick also got his courage back. So these people made a proper plan on how to fight it. Wick prepared his car as a trap, but something unexpected happened. Water started filling every part of the house, forcing these people to flee to the attic. But wait, what's the hurry? First, face the one you called. That monster was now right in front of them, even more powerful in the water. First, it grabbed Wick, then Ruth, but right at that moment, Anna threw a bomb she had made right at it. That caused it to start burning, and in all that chaos, it got trapped in that very trap. Now they could go outside, but wait a minute, the door was still locked. So Wick walked up to the trapped monster with a knife and said, "Open this, or I'll pluck out your eyeballs and play marbles." It didn't say anything, nor did it attack them. Then Wick remembered his daughter's words. Maybe this is their home after all, because 3/4 of the earth is water, and we are drying up those parts by polluting the ocean. Wick looked into the monster's eyes and untied its rope. To everyone's absolute surprise, it didn't harm them at all. Instead, it opened the door for them. When they came outside, all the other monsters surrounded them from all sides. But then, the one that was in their house let out a loud roar, and everyone stepped back, as if it were telling its companions, "These humans are good, let them go." Just as these people had moved a short distance away from that place, their entire house sank straight into the ground. Right at that moment, everything was destroyed. The entire world had been swallowed entirely by water. It's possible that only this family survived in this world, or it's also possible that other survivors formed a separate colony with the remaining people. What do you think? What will happen next? You'll get to see that in part 2.